And I know I started part one. I talked about the fact that many may consider me as young. In the African context, I am a baby. I am still young because Africa, the old ones always pride themselves in their experience and their ages. Okay? Yes, I'm an old dude, but in the African context, I am still young. And in Africa, in terms of our culture, there are cases where the old ones don't want to give the young people voice with the perspective that you are young, you lack experience, and we know better. I remember talking to a family member who basically was enacting such behavior to another family member. And I kind of asked, okay, so you are older than this person. Does it mean because you're older than her or than him that you know more about computer than her and him? And this person couldn't say anything. And I kind of stress the importance of learning to let things go. When you look at African leadership today, there are a bunch of old people that call themselves presidents and government officials. My question is, what are you guys doing to rehabilitate the youth? Okay, because Africa right now is a ticking time bomb that is going to explode. Yes, you've heard many nonsense being propagated that Africa has the youngest population, which should mean progress, success in the future. Doesn't mean a damn thing. Having the young population doesn't mean anything if that population isn't rehabilitated and prepared for the future. Right now, I think over 50% of the African population is about 25 or below. In the next 30 years, 20, 30, 40 years, that group will be the next 50, 60, 70 years old. So this means 10, 20, 30 years from now, 40 years from now, 50% of Africa could be above 50, could be at the retirement age. It is going to be a disaster for Africa. Already we are seeing Western countries stressing the importance of reducing Africa's population, saying that the problem is Africa's population. It's very interesting that when I was in Africa, a young kid, and also when I came to the United States, the narrative was Africa's problems was the result of corruption and bad leadership. That's what they used to spill every day. They're still doing this. But recently I've come to acknowledge or to observe that the population is being represented as Africa's problem. That the problem Africa's face is that too many people. It's kind of interesting. First we say Africa's problem is corruption. Now we are saying Africa's problem is too many people. So if Africa's problem is too many people, then what should we do then? Go kill them? So this is some of the things that need to alarm many Africans. And a lot of people in Europe, political thinkers, political leaders are actually coming out, boldly making such statements as Africans have too many people. We need to be very careful. We need to rehabilitate our young people faster. We need to promote able-bodied people. We need to promote those who are capable. And also not just capable, but brave. Because the future of Africa and the likelihood that Africa could resurrect itself or liberate itself, for that matter, will mean bravery. Because a lot of people will be taken out. A lot of people will be canceled. Not just physically, but in various ways. So we need competency as well as bravery to rehabilitate, to liberate, and resurrect Africa. But in doing this, we need to be brave. We need to engage in geopolitics. We need to be able to speak to one another, especially speaking to one another without killing each other, without fighting. And I think the African people, especially the youth, we are demonstrating such actions. Such actions basically was the reason why we did not have World War III in Africa last summer, 2023.